Welcome aboard, I'm your captain, TCG Pirate King, aka the Gaming Governor. In today's video, we will be discussing black and how it's going to enter the meta and how it mixes with some of the strategies that are already in play. Will we see a black X deck? As always on this channel, we sail on an ocean of cardboard, and if you're looking for adventure on these card game seas, then all you must do is click on the subscribe button and you will become a full member of the crew. Also, tap the bell icon so the ship won't leave without you. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Starting with the black cards that were previewed, we have Smoker. This card cannot be KO'd by card effects, and Don 1, as long as there is a character that costs 0 in play, this character gains double attack. He is a 5-cost 4/7. We also have Koby. He is on the play for a 1-cost 2,000. You may trash a card in your hand and KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. This, of course, being similar to the leader's ability, Akainu, who basically says the same thing, being that you can trash a card for Dawn and KO a character your opponent controls up to cost of 0. Now, the reason why I'm mostly excited here is because of the center card, Great Eruption. This is an event card. It only costs 1. It says main, draw a card. Then give up to one of your opponent's characters -1 to the cost during their turn. This is exactly the kind of effect I'm waiting for. I'm really excited because we're going to go ahead and take a look what this one very little tiny piece of Dawn is going to do when you mix black with every other color that's currently out there. When we take a look at some of the key cards that exist within the green meta deck, which is the Captain Eustace deck, we'll note that they're already working off of basically a 2-card strategy, a 2-card combo, and that's going to utilize cards that basically say rest one of your opponent's character with a cost of blank or less, sometimes being 5, 4, or 3, and then with another card comboing in to KO a character that is rested with a cost of 4 or less, or 3 or less, or 5 or less. Now, these are wonderful cards, and they do tend to do really well by themselves. If we were to take Great Eruption and mix this combo into it all, we are only adding one more Dawn to the whole combo. However, the problem with that is that it is now a 3-card combo. I do not see green and black actually pairing very well because it becomes too clogged when they start to pair. I think that mono green is already a very powerful color in itself, and the reason why it's powerful is because it already combos within itself. It doesn't need to combo with other colors, whereas other colors tend to wish to combo, aside from maybe red, which also kind of likes itself. And I can think of no better example for the red, except for the only card that red even has that would work with this, the Devil Jambe, which is Sanji's attack where he heats up his foot, and that only cares about an opponent's character cost on the trigger. So red makes even less use of this card, and I don't see it pairing well with red, which is kind of funny because it is fiery, it is a red energy type of card, but it's a black effect. And that's the thing is that I don't see it pairing well with red. I don't see it pairing well with green. However, when we do pair it with the other 2 colors, in fact, let's go ahead and take a look at what it can do with blue. Now, here's where things start to get a little interesting because blue didn't have many combos. And now when we look at what black can do with blue, we start looking at the cards that actually care about your opponent's cost. You have Great Eruption saying that, let's say, a 9-cost card is now a 7-cost card. Well, that means that your 9-cost Mihawk can just remove a 9-cost problem. This is also going to work for Jinbei, which is basically a Mihawk Jr. He says that he gets to send to the bottom of the deck a 3-cost or less card, so this is going to help Jinbei hit a 5 or less cost. And similarly for Elvira, who is also going to be targeting those little guys. It says, when attacking, you may trash one of the cards in your hand to return one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. Now, this is going to be every time you attack. I've been saying that Elvira is a good card because it's a repeatable effect, and I haven't been seeing a lot of her in decks. Well, I think that she's going to do very well here in black, because when you start pairing a bunch of effects that are going to start reducing the character cost of cards, this is going to be triggering and affecting higher and higher costed cards every single time she hits. And I can see blue and black pairing really well in this kind of remove the opponent's card strategy, where you finally have this real control, this reliable control ability, where it's not just the early game stuff, it's not just the little blockers, but also the mid game and the high attackers that you can just start removing these threats. Purple is also going to make excellent use of this color, because with purple we have not just cards that remove cards back to the owner's hand or to the bottom of the deck, which I still think that to the bottom of the deck is the most superior way to remove a card. So I think blue actually has the most effective removal. It is almost exiling and banishing cards. However, you're going to get a little more death control out of purple, because they tend to have KO effects that send things to the graveyard. And I can think of no better example than this than King himself. This is a really cool card. He says, on play, Dawn -2, you may return the specified number of Dawn cards from your field to your Dawn deck. KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost 3 or less, and one of your opponent's characters with a cost 2 or less. This versatility is going to turn into, with the just Great Eruption, it's going to turn into a character of cost 5 or less and a character of cost 2 or less, or a character of cost 3 or less and a character of cost 4 or less. So it's giving you even further ability to manipulate which cards you really don't want on the field. If you're really afraid of that 5 cost card and maybe a low cost blocker, or maybe you just need to get rid of a problem 3 cost and then a 4 cost that's really going to be building up to something annoying later. It gives you a little extra versatility, just 2 card combos. This is exactly what green's doing, only now blue and purple get to do it. So I think this is going to be a really fun card. I can't wait to see when they start doing dual colors for these two decks, because I think black is going to be exactly what's going to tip blue into overdrive and into the front frame of the meta. I also think that it's going to help solidify purple's standing as well. I think that when black finishes its whole reveal, and I think that once we get the ability to play multiple colors of any choice we want, really, I think that we're going to see that black and blue will have a really strong grip on the tier list meta. I don't think that they're going to be the best deck to beat, but I do think that they're going to be the closest to give Eustace a run for his money. So all in all, black seems like a fun color, and I'm very excited to see where the card game's going to go, and I wonder what the 6th and final color is going to be. I'd like to make a special note here to mention that our crew is now 17 strong and growing, and I can't be more proud of that. Part 2 of the purple tier list from yesterday is coming out soon as well, so I'd check that out if you haven't already, so that you're not lost when we get to the second episode and you're like, where are the other half of the cards? May the seas be calm, and may the cards always be in your favor.